I wanted to share with you some information. If you're searching for things that are going to help you in your recovery, if you're trying to get sober, if you've been sober a long time, whatever the issue is, obviously you're looking for something, or you wouldn't have clicked on my blog post or the YouTube video. And I'm going to try to share with you 40 years of sobriety and a wonderful life, and try to share with you some things that have helped me. Now, why should you listen to me? You know, you don't have to. I'm just going to try to help you today. I have a doctorate degree in Christian counseling, and so what, right? What I do have is experience, and I have strength, and I have hope, because I've lived sober for 40 years. And I'm not going to go into what it was like for me when I was young, and all of that doesn't matter. What matters is I qualify, and my life was way out of control, in and out of jails as a youth and so forth because of addictions. So I qualify to help you. Now, what would I do? What would I suggest for you if you're just getting sober, if you've been sober for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, I don't care how long you've been sober, if you're not having the quality of life you want to have, I'm going to make some recommendations for you. And the first one is that I would put some boundaries in my life. And what do you mean by that? Well, I'm saying I would put a fence, a wall around me, and I would only let people in my life and in my space, as best I can, people who would believe in me and people who would want what's best for me. Now, we're not used to that, especially for just getting sober, because, you know, we've had people in our life that really didn't give a hoot about what happened to us, that's for sure. And as a matter of fact, we have a tendency to have people in our life who want to keep us down, and that might be subconsciously, but it's because, you know, they don't want to make changes in their life, so they really don't want to see you make changes. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen crabs when they're in a pot being boiled. The other ones are trying to pull them down. And so, you know, sit down, take a few minutes, look at your life and realize just who's in it. Is someone continually harping and what I call beating on you with words and negative comments? You know, maybe they're not good for you. Who you associate with is going to be very, very important. And that's one of the most important things I did early in my sobriety. Looking back on it, you know, I'm not saying I had any wisdom then. I just listened to what people told me. But I began to change my associations. You know, I couldn't do the things I was doing in the past and then have a new life. So I started to put people around me, mentors around me, who had what I wanted. And a lot of times we don't do that. We want to put people around us we're comfortable with, or the people around us that'll help us to propagate our addictions. But if you want a new life, you're going to have to find some new mentors. Now, where are you going to find them at? Where are you going to find people who've got sobriety, who've actually learned how to live life? Not just quit. Anybody can quit drinking. Anybody can quit drugging. Anybody can quit gambling. It's how do you live, and can I have a good life when I give those things up? And so put some people in your life that are going to help you get there. Now, where are you going to find those people? If you go to AA, if you go to GA, if you go to NA, you may find some quality people in there. A lot of times we find people who want to really keep us down. Believe it or not, you know, we've all seen the guys that want to sponsor other people, but they're like a bulldog with them, and they yeah. I don't know how to put it in words, but a lot of times people want to put their own stuff on you. And so make sure you find somebody that's going to help build you up rather than tear you down. And when I was young, I was fortunate enough to find those. Later in sobriety, I found some who wanted to tear me down and had to get away from them. So sit down and think about who's in your life right now. Find the kind of people you want there, that you want to become like. You know, if you want to learn how to have a good marriage, find somebody that's got a good marriage and talk to them about how they got a good marriage, right? If you want to be sober for 40 years, find somebody that's got sobriety and has a good life and's got the fruit on the tree and ask them how. And not only ask them how, but put into action what they tell you. So who's in your life right now that's going to help build you up, who's going to blow the wind beneath your wings and help you become the kind of person you want to be? Now, where are you going to find those people at? Well, they're not always easy to find, right? So where are you going to find them? You can find them in the rooms, like I told you. You could find them on the internet. You can find YouTube videos like you're watching now, people who got maybe the fruit on the tree, and they'll share with you their information. You can go to blog posts. A lot of people are writing. A lot of people just trying to make money. I understand that, but a lot of people want to help you too. So books, videos, association, meetings, there are people who will help you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put my email on my blog post, and you can get to the blog post underneath this video. There'll be a link, drralphbroussard.com, and you can go to my blog. You can leave comments at any time. You can find my email on there. You're welcome to email me, and I just want what's best for you in your life. So if I can help you in any way, feel free to do that. So boundaries. Sit down, look at who's in your life, who's providing hope, strength, experience, and then put more of those kind of people in your life and let the negativity go. We get used to living in a lot of negativity because of addictions, and that causes a miserable life. So, second tip I would give you is to reduce the drama in your life. When I was doing my thing as a youth, I was going from one fire to the next, and constantly arguments in my family and strife. And so I would encourage you to do whatever you have to do to find some peace. We develop these habits of thought and reaction to what other people say, and next thing you know, we're in an argument because that's what we're used to. So it takes two to argue. If you just find peace within yourself, it's kind of hard for anybody to argue with you. And now that's going to get kind of boring when you don't have a lot of drama in your life because we're so used to the drama. But you will get used to it, and then you're going to wonder, my goodness, why did I ever live the way I was living? So, and I'm trying to rush in this video. Maybe I'll just make 2 out of it, but reduce the drama in your life wherever that's coming from. The other thing I would do is I would quit asking myself what's wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. You just develop some habits, and some habits of thinking, some habits of reaction. Maybe they were developed from the past or whatever, but those habits of thought can be changed. And the way you live in your life, you can change that. Another thing I would do is focus on where you want to go, not where you've been. If you continue to drag your past and your mistakes around with you, it's going to be hard to live a new future. Now, that doesn't mean we don't make restitution. It doesn't mean we don't ask for forgiveness and work, our program. But you can't carry around with you your past mistakes and expect to live a good life. So you're going to have to let the past lie dead. You have to forgive yourself, which is very hard to do, but it can be done. You can't change what's happened. And believe me, everyone has a past. Most of us want to hide from it. Most of us don't want to admit it. But we all do. And you're not the only one that's got stuff in your past. So let it lie. Make amends. Make restitution. But move on with your life. Those are the tips that I have for today. And I hope this has been of some sort of benefit to you. Put a smile on your face. Live for today. Live for this 24-hour period. And forget the past. Forget tomorrow. Enjoy the moment. Put some things in your life that you love. Focus on where you want to go. Focus is very, very important in your life. Focus on what you want your life to be like. Not on what's wrong with you. Not on what's happened in the past. Live your life. Try to help other people along the way. And I hope you have a great day.